Again, YouTube Nut Job with Machete back with another review for you. Different knife manufacturer again. Trying out a few different knife manufacturers kind of to get the feel and to see what they've got to offer. Showed my fiance a few different options for her, and she decided on the knife that I'm going to review right now. And what it is it's this little neck knife. Now this is an MTech, what is your number? This is the MT-588. As you can tell, it is a self-defense knife. Kind of a grenade shape with an arrowhead stuck on it and a hole. Now I can't really say it's a finger hole because in Canada something like this might still be considered illegal if you consider this a finger hole rather than, you know, just a spot to provide the tension in the sheath. So pull it this way. Anyways, neck knife. Now it also had an option of, it had a clip. It came with a clip on the back, attached by these two little screws here. I took that clip off and I'm actually using it on another knife because to me that was to use it as a boot knife or a belt knife. What I found, this thing is in there, and if you're going to try and pull that out of a boot or off of a belt, it's not going to work very well. You basically had to modify the clip. So I'm thinking of this as a neck knife. Now it's secure in the sheath, but it rattles, and the sheath itself is slim enough that you can't actually see it under the shirt, but with that rattle you might be heard. Anyways, so that's one drawback. It does have, you know, some options if you needed to put cordage through here or you wanted to attach this to a better clip, something like that. Tiny little lanyard hole, basically, if you wanted to put a lanyard on here, make it easier to draw. And it is a little bit more difficult to draw than when you first think, but it's more secure, we'll say it. As for the design of the actual knife, let's get my head out of there. Autofocus. Get my head out. Anyways, it is basically an arrowhead. Nice and simple, designed for penetration. It doesn't really have much of an edge. Mostly because, if you guys can see, try and keep that in focus, the edge profile is very, very, it's a thick blade, so it's like a 25-degree edge profile, but it's not sharp at all. What it does do really well is penetrate. In fact, I wanted to do a meat test with this, so I did. So let's go to that meat test. I will show you exactly what happened, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So let's take a gander at that. All the way up to my knuckle. All the way up to my knuckle. Not much of a slash with this, but it's not very sharp, and the point is penetration. Well, I mean, as you can see, I am gripping it that way. This is how I kind of punched into that pork and penetrated up to the knuckle. I imagine if I had switched and gone like this, I probably could have penetrated just a little bit further, maybe back into the target. But the tip slash didn't really do anything on that pork. And honestly, I think if you tip slash with this and someone's wearing clothing, the clothing will probably get it and they might get a little scratch. But a penetration strike, anything that's, you know, has either your hand, your palm, anything behind it, should actually penetrate fairly easily. But yeah, it'll basically penetrate probably leather, skin, flesh, shirts, anything like that. So it is doable as a self-defense knife. It's similar overall to, remember the Cold Steel Hideout, and if you don't, I'll put a link to its video downstairs. Downstairs? Yeah, sure, okay, downstairs. Down there. Very similar. In general, function, great penetrators, but the cold steel hideout slashes a little bit better. You might remember my technique from the Brown Pansu Ryu. This won't really work quite as well. I mean, one, it's much closer, much smaller knife, so it's much closer to your hand. It's not very sharp, but you could, yeah, same technique. You could use it as a keep back. But to me, it seems more like it is designed to inflict damage. It is not really an intimidator. It is a, oh god, I'm going to say it, penetrator. I feel dirty for saying that. But I mean, that's really, near as I can see, what it is. It's designed as a self-defense item that gives you a couple of options, but really excels at only one of them. And that's about it. I mean, I really can't say much else. I wouldn't recommend throwing this little guy, just because with that big void in there, it'll probably break. And no, I'm not going to throw it for you. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. If you like videos like this, feel free to click like, feel free to subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and feel free to share this video as much as you want. And you know, I don't know if the orientation of my hands actually matches where like and subscribe are, but hey, do it. Anyways, feel free to share this video as much as you want. And until next time, guys, I'm Nutjob with a machete with not bad little neck knife. Yeah, stay sharp.